As a teacher of young children, I have come to value autonomy. Their independence in washing their hands, especially during and after, of course, COVID-19, saved my co-workers and I tons of time we used to spend washing their hands or supervising them doing it. I am here to tell you that it is possible and it is actually practical to be able to teach and train children to wash their hands, following all the steps of washing hands without a reminder and without compromising hygiene, especially when we take the advantage of their crave for autonomy. I want to do it all by myself. They love doing it, especially the young children. Also, let's face it, to be honest, this is important, where autonomy and hand hygiene intertwine. And I believe that with the whole of me. Because let's face it, you and I, if you are an early childhood teacher and you have 20 children with you, at least from 3-year-olds, you are 2 teachers and you have 20 children. The time that you spend in that sink is endless, because you have to be washing their hands all the time. During the transitions, of course, you're washing their hands, all of them, coming in from outside, or every bathroom, they have to wash their hands. What about the times that you don't notice when their little cute hands travel everywhere touching? And young children touch anything and everything. So personally, I was determined, because I value autonomy. I was determined and frustrated and desperate at the same time. Be very serious about washing the children's hands. But how do you keep 20 children safe? At least their hands clean all the time. I'll tell you the truth. I spent 3 months doing literal research in my classroom. I correct data when their washing hands habit. I tried every song, I tried every trick, I tried every incentive. You're talking about the ABC, right? I know that is what is recommended, that is a familiar song, but I tried it. I did. And this is what I got. Yes, they know how to sing the song. It is a very cute song. They didn't know how to sing it. But besides deciding, they just put their hands there speaking. But I will have to tell you that I found the strategy, a working strategy. And we trained them and we rehearsed and we practiced how to be conscious to wash their hands and why we wash our hands and why it is important, even when they see their friends, to remind them to wash their hands. And within a month, they had mastered this very long life important skill or at least I want to tell you the strategies that I used, and my co-workers we used, to be able to capture this interest to the children and make them actually their responsibility. One of the things that I did was take advantage of the lesson plan. I knew this was not gonna go well if I don't commit time. So my co-worker and I committed time and plan, and I did the research myself because it was very important to me. And so I did the lesson plan. I incorporated books, I incorporated themes, I incorporated practice, lesson planning. The second thing I did is one of the most overlooked but very important skill, and that is to model. I'll let your secret. And I know if you're a teacher of young children, or you model for the children, because children never listen to their adults most of the time, at least 90% of the time, with their ears. Children listen with their eyes. They are observing what you're doing. So I took advantage of that. I model for them, combining with the third one. I pulled out the trick which every teacher of young children know, that to give instruction to children. If you want to communicate to them in a way that they understand and you expect them to follow or to comply, you must use simple, clear, and precise language to communicate to them. I explained. So I still had to use the song, the alphabet song, because that is the most familiar song, but it was with a twist. I decided to use those precise, clear, and to the point words to the alphabet song. And this is how it went. I would tell first, you open the water, you turn on the water. Then you wet your hands. Then you get the soap. Then you sing the song, and I would sing with them, either with them or to them. First you do inside of your hands, then you do the outside of both hands, in between the fingers, and then the fingernails and thumb. Move around the bubbles and rinse them in the water. Dry your hands with a paper towel and turn off the water with a paper towel. And then I would say their favorite thing, the end. They would be so excited. The last thing I did was to give positive feedback immediately. And I'm not talking about praising. If you want to know more about praising and how, the impact it has on children, this is the video for you. I used positive feedback by describing exactly what they did. And I would say something like this: I noticed that you actually turn off the water first, and then you wet your hands, and then you took the soap and you followed all the steps to the end. That is really great. Now the germs are all gone bye-bye. And they would look at you with a smile. Of course, we were never disappointed with my coworkers. You can imagine how that boosted their confidence and how many other things they were willing to do all by myself because they mastered that skill. Let me know how it went. You can modify the song yourself. You can modify the words in a way that the children can understand. But this little worked for us. Thank you so much for